everyone, I'm Rose Andivera, third year BSBA. So our topic is about electronic commerce payment system.
You're looking to offer your customers a safe and easy way to pay online. Since all payment processors aren't created equal, it's a really good idea to know the ins and outs of how an online payment functions from start to finish, so you can avoid pitfalls and make the most effective choice to protect and grow your business. The main players in an online payment are you and your customer. To accept credit cards from customers, you'll need a couple of things: an internet merchant account and a payment gateway. On top of that, you can also choose to include an alternative payment method, like PayPal, to service those customers who shy away from using credit cards.
The learning objectives of this topic. First, to understand the shift that are occurring with regards to online payments. Second, discuss the players and processes involved in using credit cards online. Third, discuss the different categories and potential uses of smart cards. Fourth, discuss stored value cards and identify under what circumstances they are best used. Fifth, describe the situation where e-micropayment are used and the alternative ways for handling this situation. Sixth, describe the process and parties involved in e-checking. 7. Describe the payment method in B2B EC, including payment for global trade. So, what is electronic commerce? E-commerce is a buying and selling of goods and services. This business transaction occur either as business to business consumer, consumer to consumer, or consumer to business. E-commerce payment systems. E-commerce sites use electronic payment, where electronic payment refers to paperless monetary transactions. Electronic payment has revolutionized the business processing by reducing paperwork, transaction cost, labor cost, being user-friendly and less time-consuming than manual processing, helps business organization to expand its market reach or expansion. Also, I will discuss the payment revolution using payment cards online, smart cards, stored value cards, e-micropayments, e-checking, B2B electronic payment. First, the payment revolution. Critical factor that came into play in determining whether a particular method of e-payment achieves critical mass. First, independence. Second, interoperability and portability. Third, security. Fourth, anonymity. Fifth, divisibility. Sixth, ease of use. 7. Transaction fees. 8. International support. And 9. Regulations. Let's proceed to the using of payment cards online. Payment card, it is electronic card that contain information that can be used for payment purposes, such as credit cards, charge card, and debit cards. Credit card. Credit card is a small plastic card with a unique number attached with an account. When a customer purchases a product via credit card issuer, bank pays on behalf of the customer, and customer has a certain time period after which he or she can pay the credit card bill. Charge cards, like other types of credit cards, it can be used to make purchases and may earn rewards. However, unlike other credit cards, they typically designed to be paid off in full each month. Debit card, also known as a bank card, plastic card, or a check card, is a payment card that can be used in place of cash to make purchases. Smart card, chip card, or integrated circuit card is a physical electronic authorization device used to control access to a resource. It is typically a plastic credit card with an embedded integrated circuit chip. There are 4 types of smart card. First, contact card. Second, contactless card. Third, smart card reader. And fourth, smart card operating system. So first, contact card. A smart card containing a small gold plate on the face that, when inserted in smart card reader, makes contact and passes data to and from the embedded microchip. Contactless card. Smart card with an embedded antenna, by means of which data and application are passed to and from a card reader unit or other devices without contact between card and the card reader. Smart card reader activates and reads the content of the chip on a smart card, usually passing the information onto a host system. Smart card operating system, special system that handle file management, security, input-output, and command execution and provides an application programming interface for smart card. Application of smart cards are retail purchases and transit fares. Stored value card, a card that has monetary value loaded onto it and that has usually rechargeable. Stored value cards came into two varieties. First, closed loop, and second, open loop. Closed loop are single-purpose cards issued by a specific merchant or merchant group. Open loop are multi-purpose cards that can be used to make debit transactions at a variety of retailers. E-micropayments. E-micropayment is small online payments, typically under $10. There are 5 basic micropayment models that do not depend solely or directly on credit or debit cards. First, aggregation. Second, direct payment. Third, stored value. Fourth, subscriptions. And fifth, a la carte. First, aggregation. Payment are batched and processed after a certain time has expired. Second, direct payment. Micropayment are added to monthly bill, for example, cell phone bill. Third, store value. Fourth, subscription. Single payment covers access to content for defined period of time, for example, gaming company and newspaper. Fifth, a la carte. Process purchases as they occur and rely on the volume of purchases, for example, McDonald's. E-checking. E-check is a legal valid electronic version or representation of a paper check. Automated clearinghouse network, a nationwide batch-oriented electronic funds transfer system that provides for a interbank clearing of electronic payment for participating financial institutions. This is the processing of e-checks with authorized. E-check, the electronic version or representation of a paper check, eliminated the need for expensive process, re-engineering, and taking advantage of the banking industry. It can be used by all bank customers who have checking accounts. Business-to-business payment or B2B payment is the transfer of value denominated in currency from buyer to supplier for goods or services supplied. B2B payment can be a one-time or recurring transaction depending on the contractual agreement made between the buyer and the supplier. E-checking. E-check, the electronic version or representation of a paper check. Eliminate the needs for expensive process, re-engineering, and taking advantage of the banking industry. Can be used by all banking customers who have checking accounts. Electronic bill presentment and payment. E-billing. Presentment, the presentation and hosting on a specialized web server of information that is typically printed on a bill. Two models of presentment. First, common biller direct. Second, third-party consolidator. IPP models. Seller direct, buyer direct, consolidator. Seller direct, a seller raises an invoice on the buyer on the seller's EIPP system. An email notification is sent to alert the buyer. Buyer collection invoice from EIPP system. Seller's bank collection, the payment against the invoice from the buyer's bank. Buyer direct. A buyer buys from seller and requests the seller to raise his invoice on the buyer's EIPP system. An email notification is sent to alert the seller. Buyer's bank pays the seller bank against the invoice. Consolidator. The consolidator EIPP acts as an intermediary, collecting and compiling invoices from multiple sellers for multiple buyers and making them available to the buyers and sellers.
Make sure you can accept an order on your website, in online marketplaces, over the phone, and even in person. When making this important decision, it's worth taking the time to find a payment solution that provides the security, reliability, and ease of use needed to continue earning high marks from your customers as your business enters the world of online payments.